We are going to take a look at the gold and silver report that was published on January the 30th. On this report, we take a look at the gold and silver markets, and we are featuring USLV. Let's take a look at the gold and silver markets report that was published on January the 30th and see what took place so far this week. On January the 30th, the gold market closed at 1284. Let me put the daily chart here in the gold market so we can see clearly how the algorithm is able to identify for us day trading opportunities, swing trading opportunities, and long-term position trading opportunities. The gold market on the 30th basically of January, it closed at 1284, with the market closing above the moving average of 1231 is confirmation that the weekly trend momentum is bullish. But it also tells you that if it closes below the 1231, that this bullish tendency would be negated to neutral. And we use the 9-day moving average to be able to identify the momentum of the market, the trend momentum of the market. The weekly momentum indicator are the algorithms that we used and we created that identifies for us the metrics, the midpoint of the week or the pivot point for the week that we use to basically trade and identify long or short positions in the gold market. And here, the market closing above the price momentum indicator of 1279, being that it closed at 1284, it confirms that the price momentum is bullish. But it also tells you if it closes below 1279, that this bullish signal would be negated. And if it is negated, then it tells you to cover your short positions, and it gives you clearly the levels where to do it. And it tells you here that if you short, cover your corrections at the 1257 to 1231 level and go long on a reversal stop. And pretty much, as you can see on the chart above here, we have traded at this level here pretty much for the week, for this past few days of this week. And it has confirmed basically that we have a lot of support at 1257. We've already traded this market by buying initially this level here on the 29th, the 30th, and obviously on the 3rd, on the 4th, and on the 5th. We've had 3 days in a row where the market has tested this report, these levels basically. And it tells you here that if we come down to these levels here, that you want to buy long. And if you buy long, then use the 1231 now as your stop level for next week. 1255 is the stop for this week, which was announced basically last Saturday. And for next week, now 1231 is your stop. And if you go long, then look to take your profits, and it tells you very, very specifically here, look to take your profits as long as we reach the 1305 to 1327 levels during the week. As you know, we are carrying open positions right now. We have open positions in silver. We basically gave a buy signal here on USLV at the change of the code in here, and you can see here the signal being triggered, and the target above basically is the target for the day. What we're looking at here is the weekly algorithms that we are trying to synchronize and merge with the daily signals. And you can see clearly here that for the gold market, we are basically at a major area of support. Buying entry points, buying recommendations are kicking in. The target is 1305 to 1327. Your stop is 1231. Let's take a look at the silver market here and see what basically transpired since the report was published on the 30th of January. What you see on this chart basically are the daily algorithms that we are using in order to trade the market, as we did today, indicating that the support is at 1691 for a day, and we've seen this level here now tested about 3 times this week. The report that was published on January the 30th for the silver market told us that the March silver futures contract closing at 1725, basically closing above the 1679, which is the moving average, the 9-day moving average, is bullish. The trend momentum is bullish. But it also tells you that if we close below 1679, it would negate the weekly bullish trend to neutral. The algorithm, the weekly momentum indicator, with the market closing above the VC weekly price momentum indicator of 1749, it confirms that the price momentum is bullish. But it also tells you if we close below 1749, it would negate this bearish signal, and look to cover your short positions at the 1650 to 1574 levels during this week. And if you trigger the signals here, that your stop is 1574. So we have identified our stop now for next week to be 1574. And we basically are looking for the market to rally above 1749, which is the metrics for the week, the midpoint for the week, or the pivot point for the week, that would ignite an uptrend. A close above 1749 would ignite the continuation of this uptrend. If we go down to 1650, it's recommending for you to buy another long position, but we have not triggered that signal, and so we are maintaining still a long position that we are holding in the silver market, looking for 1825 to 1924 from last week. Our targets for silver for tomorrow or next week are 1825 to 1924. And we are long with a 1749 basically weekly stop. Now, you see here that we have entered into a signal in using the daily algorithms. And we have purchased the silver market. We have a profit of $500 here, and it's gone beyond our objective for the day, which is basically $200 or $300. So we're going to recommend to take a profit at the market and sell the silver at the market. Sell May silver at the market and take a profit. We have made $500 on this trade for the day in May silver. We have made $250 for the day in 2 trades that we did in the gold market. And we are using the algorithms that were published last night. You can see clearly here for the gold, we've been buying the 1257 to 1249 levels, and we'd be looking to sell into that 1273 area, which is what you see here today as the sell 1 level, and the 1281 level is the second sell signal that we anticipate it will get filled at some point here in the very near future. So far, we basically have day traded the gold and the silver market, which are the markets that we have been watching very carefully here recently and focused on them because we feel very strongly that the precious metals markets have established an uptrend, and I believe that this uptrend could be a very significant uptrend that could bring us once again back up to that 1300 level for the gold market and the 18, possibly as high as 1940 for the silver market. What I want to do here is go back to the weekly report. In fact, let me just take a minute here and review this signal that we produced as well in the USLV that we triggered here. For day traders, this is an example of how you can day trade using this algorithm: ETFs, stocks, futures, options, with an incredible accuracy, in some cases better than 95% accuracy, as you can see from day trading today. And it doesn't only work, as I said, in futures. The algorithm works in stocks, ETFs, and options as well. So if you day traded if you took our signal earlier on the USLV, you would be taking profits here at these levels. The indicator is available for NinjaTrader. The indicator can be used with any clearing firm that you have, and as long as they have a decent platform, this can be basically accommodated in your programming for such a platform that you might use, whether it be a NinjaTrader or any other major platform. So we are suggesting that if you did buy long, day traded USLV at the signal earlier, to take profits as basically the signal indicated that you may want to take some profits here. We are moving up into that buy one level here, and for the time being we've taken a profit. We want to wait to see the close of the bar at 11:15 Pacific Standard Time, which is in about 15-20 minutes, which is the other signal that we're waiting for. In the meantime, we bought the low level of about 23.83, and we're selling for day trade 24.27. We're waiting now for a new signal that if it closes above 24.27, you can add to your position, or you can go back to your long side. And we mentioned earlier this morning that the probabilities are great that as the market comes down below the B2 level, which is the most extremely oversold condition, that it would gravitate towards the code and it could go as high as 25.10 today. But we're showing you how to execute it, or how we are executing the signal, and we are waiting for the right moment when the signal is activated. The gold market is basically reaching the objective of the VC. It gave a buy signal earlier, which is what we traded, day traded. It's meeting the target of 1265, and a close above 1265, it would trigger another buy signal with a target of 1273 to 1281 for day traders. For swing traders, we're looking for the market to close above 1749 to add to our position on the long side. For the gold market, 1279 would activate the daily trend to an uptrend. So we are patiently waiting for confirmation, which is the way that we trade. We like to take the path of least resistance and not chase the market. We'd like to allow the market to come to us, trigger the signals, and once the signals are validated using our algorithms, then we can open up a trade, long or short. It looks like the USLV is continuing to move up into basically the buy one level, resistance level, and we basically are looking for higher prices to continue. In order to identify the signals for ETFs, you go to the weekly ETF report that was published on January the 30th. As I said, we publish this report every Saturday to our subscribers, and you get this information on Saturday for the following week. And this information last Saturday told us basically that with the USLV, the contract closing at 24.27, the market closing above the 9-day moving average of 23.39 is confirmation that the trend momentum is bullish. But it also tells you that if we close below 23.39, that the basically bullish trend would turn to neutral. The algorithm, with the market closing below the VC price momentum indicator of 25.24, it basically told you that the momentum was slightly bearish coming into this week. And if we look at the daily report, we're going to be able to see basically what happened since this report was published on the 30th, which is Saturday based on Friday's close of the 29th. And so it told you here that if with the market closing below the price momentum indicator, that it was bearish, and that you can look for the market to come down, for you to cover your shorts at the 21.24 level to 18.22. So far this week, the low was made today of 23.05. It's having difficulty coming down. On the other hand, if it turns around and closes above 25.24, this would activate basically the weekly uptrend. And here you can initiate a swing trade position with a target of 28.27 to 32.28 during the week. The market right now is at 24.32. We're looking for a close about 25.24 to activate the weekly swing trade uptrend, at which point, once again, the target's at 28.27 to 32.28. Your stop is 25.24 for the following week, for the remainder of this week. We will review on Saturday the algorithms for this week and what they will tell us for the following week. And when we basically do the report, we make a point of doing a podcast, a video report that basically identifies the trading opportunities for the following week. This is the report that was made last Saturday. Good morning, everybody. Patrick MontesDeOca here once again with the Equity Management Academy update. I want to take a minute here to review the gold and silver markets, as well as the ETF XXX